Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple of weeks, I know. I had an ear infection and basically it's called swimmer's ear. Obviously spent a lot of time in water, got water in the ear, and it's basically carried bacteria in and ended up with an ear infection. Apparently I've had it loads of times and my body's fought it off, and my eardrum is scarred. So he was like, yeah, you probably by the time you're like 50, this hearing is gone. So there's that, but that's years away. Yeah, you know, by the time I get there, we'll probably have like bionic ears or something. So yeah, but you know, it is what it is. Ain't gonna stop me. We'll carry on doing what I normally do. Today I'm doing something a little bit different than what I usually do, because I don't usually set my tent up in the garden, but I've got a new sleeping bag because we're getting into the winter months now. So yeah, so my plan is to set the tent up in the garden. It is a work night, like it's Tuesday. I've got work tomorrow, but you know, needs must. Got to test out the new sleeping bag, and yeah, that's the plan. Right, so downstairs now. This is the new bag. It is OEX, whether you can see that. OEX. It's the Leviathan EV900, and it's a duck down sleeping bag. There's a bit more information over here, I believe. I know what it is, but obviously we need to get a bit more. Yeah, so here we go. So it's duck down 900 gram. I'm going to assume that's what GRM stands for. And it's 600 fill power. So this is the mesh bag it comes in, just to give it a bit more room to breathe, obviously, when you come home. And it has a comfort rating of -9 degrees, a limit rating of -16 degrees, and an extreme rating of -38 degrees. Obviously, as most things, as most sleeping bags are. Nice hood that cinches with a drawstring. Nice. And very importantly, obviously, is a draft collar. So again, it cinches with a drawstring. And the reason why that's important is because obviously you don't want all the heat that you've produced in your sleeping bag to just come straight out the top. You want that to be kept nice and tight and in there. So yeah, I mean, that's about all I know about sleeping bags. Oh, the other fancy word that I know that's on this bag is hydrophobic. So I believe that the sleeping bag / the duck down is hydrophobic, so it can help repel any like moisture that's obviously building up in the tent. Right, while I'm sat here thinking about it, I'm using the OEX Bobcat one. Honestly, brilliant tent. If you're just out on your own, and obviously, you know, to be fair, I wouldn't want to carry anything more than a bloody 2-man tent around with me anyway. But if you're out on your own, this is a brilliant tent. It's super simple to set up, and it's an outside first pitch, or an outer, whatever the technical term is. But the reason why that's good is because obviously you put your outside up, it's all nice and waterproof, and then your inner doesn't get wet. So, you know, you're trying to obviously avoid getting that inside wet at all, because it's not going to help with like the condensation and just moisture in the air and well, all that good stuff really. So yeah, it's obviously two skin, whatever the word is for that. 2-skin tent, and the beauty about it is one pole, so it makes it super easy to set up. So you literally just obviously feed it through like any other pole. There's 2 little tabs on each end. You clip it in, and obviously then you get your U shape, and then you just use your ropes to pitch it out, I guess. And obviously peg around the bottom, and you got a nice little little structure, it's always kept me dry and warm. Right, here we go then. I know the lighting's not the best, but we're trying. As you can see, just roughly set my tent up. You know, it is what it is. I'm only out in the back garden. But yeah, so if we come in here, this is sort of ow, just hit my head on the lantern. Yeah, this is the sort of thing we've got going on at the moment. It's not the prettiest of fires in terms of how the wood's laid out. Sort of just chucked it on and set it on fire, but it's doing the job. I am layered right up right now. I've got this big like hoodie thing on, my dry robe, I've got a dressing gown on underneath. It is chilly. Don't know if you can see my breath, but it is cold out tonight, and it's going to be very cold in the tent. But I'm going to sit by the fire for a little bit, warm myself up before I get into my sleeping bag. Well, who knows whether you can see me or not, but so just woke up and I've had an amazing night's sleep. Oh, so cozy and so warm. Small amount of condensation on the inside of the tent, but it's not saturated, and it's only a few little drops, so nothing that's potentially going to get the sleeping bag wet. Or anything to really worry about, so that's all good. Good little test. In terms of how cold it is, the outside of the tent's frozen. So yeah, it was at least below 0 last night, and I've never even known. So yeah, it's currently 5 o'clock in the morning. I've got to go get up for work. So yeah. I'll catch you in a bit.